I'm gonna try to keep it together. But so I just want to make this TikTok because I was just on live this morning, and of course we all know Russia invaded Ukraine. But in this TikTok, like, of course, okay, I'm in uniform. Everybody knows what's going on. So, of course, everybody coming in with the Ukraine, Russia, and all of that, comments or whatever, asking questions. And I'm just like, I'm not here for that. I'm not addressing any of that. But then, like, it's just like, I really hated how people are so insensitive, especially, like, and it's like, it's the civilians. But they're so insensitive to, like, what military people really go through. This is my first term. And like, it's like, y'all, like, what makes me so mad is like, y'all are so insensitive. Y'all want to talk about, oh, this is what you signed up for, this is what you, nobody goes into the military wanting to go to war, thinking they're going to go to war. I'm financed, for crying out loud. Nobody thinks this is going to happen. But like, civilians, y'all get to go home, y'all get to go to y'all families, y'all go to work, y'all know what y'all life is going to be. My life is so unpredictable. I could be deployed within the next few days. Like, I really just, like, I didn't come into the army for this, and it's just, it really, like, it hurts me, like, and I don't really like to let stuff affect me, but this is affecting me because this is my life. But if anything, I really just want people to be like, be more sensitive to the situation, because this is my life we're talking about. Like, there's potential that, like, honestly, like, there's potential that anybody going over there can't come back, won't come back. So it's just, I don't even know why I'm making this, but it's just like, people talking about the situation, like, please just keep in mind, these are real people that have families, people that have children. And y'all making jokes about it, and y'all this and y'all all of that, and these trolls. I'm like, these are real people, real life situations. Like, please just be sensitive to stuff, because, like, I'm not gonna lie to any of you, I'm scared as hell right now. I'm just, oh. But to all my battles out there, good luck to all of us, because, oh man, oh god, this has not been an easy morning. I was up till 2 a.m. last night, and then it's just like, the army's not the only thing going on in my life right now. So it's just like, this is just more added on to it. But we strong, we gonna get through it. Yeah.
Right, there was multitudes talking about them armies, man. You got I seen a video of an Eve. She's talking about, I'm trying to keep it together. She crying and shit, talking about, yeah, I'm just in the military. You know, you civilians, you're so insensitive about what we gotta go through. And this is really not what I signed up for. It's called the army. Like, it's literally called the army. That is literally what you signed up for. You literally did sign up for that. And see, that's what Jake they think, I'm gonna go to the military, I'm gonna get a check, I'm gonna come back by a charger. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be good, man. They talking about nobody who joins the military. See, because I was thinking when I saw the video, I said, see, this shows that Jake's mindset is completely different from Esau's mindset. Even if they worship the beast, they still have a completely different mindset. Because she said when she go to the military, she said nobody, but she really didn't talk about herself. She said nobody goes to the military to actually want to go to war. Wrong. Edomites go to the military to want. That's why Esau joined the military. Eve and Jacob joined the military too. Esau. You know, they joined the military to keep up with Esau in his society. Right. Esau joined the military to get a gift. They joined the military to get a gift. Right. You know, and Esau joined the military to get a license. To get a license to kill. That's it right there. License to kill. Go ahead.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who still rule and teach well and sound doctrine. Peace, blessing, safety to the Lord's elect. Scattered out the four corners of the planet Earth. Pushing into word, humility and sincerity. Shalom, Salakia. So yeah, you heard it. I was referring to the video with this individual. Judite woman, okay, a so-called black woman, but she's really a Judite woman from the tribe of Judah of the nation of Israel. And she was in the car crying and saying how civilians are insensitive to what people in the military have to go through, and how this is not what she signed up for. She said she didn't join the military to go with the mindset to go to war, you know. And let me go back so I can, cause I can't remember what all she was saying.
You didn't sign up for that. And see, that's what Jake, they think I'm going to go to the military, I'm going to get a check, I'm going to come back. You know, you civilians, you're so insensitive about what we got to go through. This is really not what I signed up for. It's called the Army. Like, it's literally called the Army. That is.
Yeah, so it is called the Army, you know, and knowing it's called the Army, then that's exactly what you signed up for, Salakia. It says Army.
Army.
A large organized body of armed personnel trained for war, especially on land. A unit capable of independent action and consisting usually of headquarters, 2 or more corps, and auxiliary troops. See definition. Often capitalized. The complete military organization of a nation for land warfare. You see? So this is what you signed up for. You signed up to be a complete military organization for land warfare. Okay? And now reality is setting in, and you know, starting with the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, they've been telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to separate from this man's system. Don't join this man's military. World War III is coming. This man is going to fight against the angels. This man is going to fight against the nations of the earth. But you refuse to hearken, you know? And like I said, you think that you're just going to join the military, you know, buy a Charger or a Camaro, you know, come back, buy a nice pad, you know what I'm saying? Marry some beautiful woman, you know, and run off into the sunset, you know, as a sergeant or something. You know, you signed your life over, man. You know, you signed up for that. She signed up for that. So we don't, you know, the tears don't move us. Her tears don't move us at all.
Literally what you signed up for. You literally did sign up for that. And see, that's what Jake, they think I'm going to go to the military, I'm going to get a check, I'm going to come back by a Charger. You know what I'm saying? Everything going to be good, man. They talking about nobody who joins the military. See, because I was thinking, when I saw the video, I said, see, this shows that Jake's mindset is completely different from Esau's mindset. Even if they worship the beast, they still have a complete...
Yes, Jake's mindset is completely different. Because Jacob was described to be a plain man. Let's go to the word plain. This is plain, lacking ornament, undecorated. Yeah, Jacob is known to be a plain man, dwelling in tents. Okay? It says free of extraneous matter, pure. You see? Pure. All right? So we're not into, you know, just going around killing. That's what Edomites do. That's what Esau does. Okay? Ezekiel 35. That's what these Edomites is about. And that's why their mindset, they go to war. They go to war, you know, even if they 18, they still got that mindset, I'm kill a motherfucker. You know? I'm ready to lay some shit out, you know? that's how they ready. They ready to go. You know? Don't get a female Edomite in the army. Oh man, they turned up too. Yeah. Blow your fucking brains out, you know? You know how they be. Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. That's what Esau have did, okay, after slavery. He continued to punish us, continue to tread us down. It says, verse 6, therefore as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Yes, he says, since thou hast not hated blood, meaning what? They loved it. They love blood, So they joined the military with the mindset that I'm about to get busy. Jake joined the mindset joined the military with the mindset that I'm about to, go ahead and do this real quick, get this little check, come back home, do some little exercises, get in shape, travel the world, pop a bunch of women around the world, They're not thinking about fighting. They're not thinking about being on the battlefield, risking their life, do or die. But this is what you signed up for. You signed up to fight for a man who never fought for you. You signed up to fight for a man who only oppressed you. You're trying to fight for a man who only oppressed you. A man who treats you like this. Since we're in Psalm 73. Psalm 73 and verse 8. They are corrupt. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. A man who concerning your oppression, he speaks lawfully. Like it's a light thing. Let's go to that word, lawfully. It says elevated in character and spirit, elevated in status, superior, having a haughty, overbearing manner. Yeah. Supercilious. Let's look up that word, supercilious. Coolly and patronizing, haughty. Let's go to haughty. Blatantly and disdainfully proud. So he speaks blatantly and disdainfully proud concerning your oppression. Like by saying that Ahmaud Arbery deserved to die. He did things that made him, worthy of death. Or he brought upon his own death or something like that. That's them speaking lawfully. Okay? When they let Zimmerman off, when they let, all these different people off, whether they be false flags or not, okay? That's all to perpetrate that on you. So it says haughty, blatantly and disdainfully proud, having or showing an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior. And that's why you don't get justice. Psalm 73, this is a man that again, this is how he feel about you. And this is the military that you fight for. Because he feels this way about all the other nations as well. But he really hates you, his brother Jacob. Psalm 73 and 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouth against the heavens, and we are an extension of the heavens. So they set their mouth against us, the Israelites. And their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore, because he's poisoned the entire earth with his democracy. Therefore, his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doth the Most High know? Is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. You see, they increase in riches. And that's why Jake joined the military, because they want to partake in the gifts of this place. They want to partake in the gifts of this place. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor. You see, the man speak lawfully concerning your oppression. But the Lord said, envy thou not thy oppressor. Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressor. Okay, and choose none of his ways. Man. Because like I said, all the militaries of the earth is going to be gathered together to fight in this world's war. And we living in the end. And we've been starting with the elders and apostles of the great millstone for decades. They have been telling you, and the men that before them have been telling you, and the man, Abba Bivens, John the Baptist, that was before all of us, have told us, man, that World War III is going to happen. Okay, you are living in the end. So if you didn't know that you was living in the end, or if you say that you never heard that you was living in the end times, you a goddamn lie. Okay, but you still chose to join, this man's military, whether in ignorance or whatever, and I'm speaking to the people that, that worship the beast. I'm speaking to the people like, because we know brothers that's in the truth, that's a part of the faith, you know what I'm saying, that was in the military, you know what I'm saying, or getting out of the military, things of that nature. But I'm speaking to people like the woman in that video that was weeping and crying and saying that this is not what she signed up for, and you know she didn't join the military with the mindset or thinking that she wanted to go to war. You know, nobody joins the military wanting to go to war, and she's wrong on that. Edomites join the military wanting to go to war. Isaiah 34, verse 2, for the indignation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. You see? So the Lord is prophesying against armies, man. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. So, yeah, so Jake is in a pitiful case. Okay? Jake is in a pitiful case. Let me get that, man. Jake is in a pitiful case, which now have abused the Heavenly Father's ways. Okay? 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 9, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. Right, so you know, military is one of the ways of Esau society that you can get great benefits. Okay, probably the best benefits go to people in the military, you know. Other than the government officials, I would think they probably had to have the best. But secondarily will probably be the military, army, you know. But like I said, that shows you that Jake has two different mindsets when it comes to that. And we are two different people, you know, so that's expected. Let's read this in Genesis 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for his wife because she was barren, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So these are 2 different nations in her womb. Okay? Not 2 million people in her womb, 2 different nations that will come from these 2 children. Okay? It says, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Okay? From the bowels, these 2 people were meant to be separated. It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. And we stronger than them, okay? And the elder, whichever child comes out first, is going to serve the child that comes out second. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment. And they called his name Esau, because he didn't have no pigmentation. Okay, he came out. You know, our bodies are of less of strength. You know, so babies used to come out with more color. You know, it says Genesis 25 and 25, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, and he was hairy. You know. It says 26, and after that came, and he wasn't like super hairy. Don't get me wrong, but he had hair, you know. He had hair even for a newborn. It says Genesis 25 and 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and so Esau came out first. The elder came out first, so he's gonna serve the younger. So Esau's gonna serve Jacob in the kingdom of heaven soon to come. They're going into slavery. Esau going into slavery. Oh yeah. His whole nation. Okay. Job chapter 34, verse 29. When he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or a man only. So the Lord can judge a nation, and he can judge a man. And it is written that the Lord is going to judge the nation of Edom. Jeremiah 30, verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Okay, every one of them. So that's the whole nation. They shall go on, all of our adversaries. And the top adversary is the nation of Edom. That's listed in the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter. The Heavenly Father lists all of his enemies, all of the other nations that are his enemies that hate him. And the Lord said, whatsoever he have done, it shall stand forever. So these nations, they haven't changed their mind. And the Lord said in Malachi, the 1st chapter, that his name is dreadful to the heathen. And that's how we know that some of you Israelites, you reject the names. You want to get the message, but you don't want to take you still are stuck on JC. You know, you talk black Jesus. No, it's not a black Jesus. His name is Yahweh Shai. Okay? His name is Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. And we not here to, speak to mentally ill people. If you mentally slow, we're not here to deal with you, man. Because it's obvious who have spoiled us. It's obvious who have devoured us. Okay? It's scripture say in Revelation 13 and 9 and 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. It's obvious who have led us into captivity. It's obvious. So we're not here to, do plastic surgery on your brain if you too retarded to understand that, okay, and see that. Or maybe you just soft. Genesis 25 and 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Yaakov, which is Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. So Esau was a cunning hunter. That's what they about, man. They about getting on that battlefield and hunting. And that's why this was the point right here, verse 27. It says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. What do they call it? A battle what? Field. A battlefield. Let's go to the word. We're going to look up field, and we're going to look up battlefield. Battlefield. Scene of a battle. From battle and field. The usual word for it in Old English was Waelsto, literally slaughter place. So the battlefield is known as the slaughter place, man. And the Lord said to prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Why? Because their fathers slaughtered us. The Lord, is he not a just power? Is he not a balanced power? Did he not say that he would equate unto them double? For their works? So they slaughtered us. It says the usual word for it in Old English was Waelsto, literally slaughter place, a region where battle is being or has been fought. Let's go to field. A plain, pasture, open land, cultivated land. And this is where wars are fought, okay? Out in open lands, they have military base in the middle of nowhere. They have military, nuclear, this and that in the middle of nowhere, and they strike and they hit these strategic points, or they out in the field, in the desert, in Afghanistan and Iraq, they're in Cambodia, they're in Vietnam, because that's what they bout. It says plain, pasture, open land, cultivated land, as opposed to woodland, also a parcel of land marked off and used for pasture or tillage, flat land. So they're men of the field. They like to be out there on the battlefield, But it says, what about Jacob? It says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. You see? So Esau was a cunning hunter, but Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So Jake joined the military with the mindset that they're just going to, get the dough and chill. Just going to get me be in and out. I'm going to be in and out. I'm going to be real quick. Y'all won't even notice I'm here. But nah, you living in a time where it's the worst time in human history to join the military, especially the military of Babylon the Great. Genesis 25 and 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Let's go to that word, cunning. That's why Esau, he can look at your, blue letter acting up. He can look at, like when Grandmaster Jay and the NFAC, they was marching, and the one dude had his scope on backwards, They was looking at the dudes like, look, these guys are clowns. It was a video of an Edomite on TikTok, and he was saying, like, these guys are clowns, talking about Grandmaster Jay, who's a false prophet. These guys are clowns. Look at this guy over here. He's got his scope on backwards, So Esau, he's a cunning hunter, man. He know about guns, and, he know about all of that, man. And these don't even be Edomites that be in the military, man. They just be regular dudes, regular dudes who got 5-6 guns. They go to the range. They might be a part of a militia or some type of a man group, so that if society ever hit the fan, they will have a stronghold, or a little, a little pact or whatever. They like that. That's what, especially Edomites that's not in the city. See, don't you confused because you just think about Edomites in the city. Nah, man, these Edomites go out just a little bit, to the burbs. You're gonna see a lot more guns, a lot more big guns too, rifles and things like that. They like to shoot. It says, this is the word for cunning, yadai, and it says to know, to perceive, learn to know, to discriminate, distinguish, to know by experience. So they experience with this type of stuff, with hunting. They experience with what is hunting? Killing, man. Going out to kill. Okay? And that's essentially what you join the military to do. That's what militaries do. There's no other branch in society where you have to literally go and fight for your life against someone else. That's only the military branch. That's not the police. That's not, I mean, you could say Secret Service, but like even police, like you're a public servant. You don't necessarily every day, go and you know that you're going to have direct combat with somebody. That's what you join the military to do. So what is she talking about? This is not what I signed up for. That shows you that the so-called black women, the majority of them are living in some type of fantasy world. They just think that you could just, let me touch this, and I gotta try that, and what about that one? And what's this over here? And that's what it says in Genesis the 3rd chapter, that Eve saw the fruit of the garden, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and to make one wise, because they follow after the serpent, man. And she even said in the video, I don't know why I'm making this video. She was making this video for the brotherhood. She was making this video for the body, because she's a fulfillment of prophecy. And I'm just going into another aspect of it right now, and I'm about to close out here in a second. So the word there for cunning is yadai, which means to know by experience, to be skillful in, to have knowledge, to perceive. Let's go to that word hunter. It says, I think it's Tazayad, I think. Yeah, kind of Tazayad. It says hunting, game hunted, provision, and pretty much people are like game, It says provision, food supply. Hunting. So if he's skilled at hunting animals, what's it to it if the target changed to a human? And so this is the two different mindsets that Esau and Jacob has. It says Genesis 25 and 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Now, when you go to this word plain, it means righteous. It says thumb, perfect, complete, perfect. One who lacks nothing in physical strength, beauty, etc. Sound, wholesome, and ordinary. Quiet sort of person. So if you're a quiet sort of person, you're not going around trying to, I mean, there are instances of people who are quiet and they're killers, but they're even Edomites. You see, so if you're a quiet person, you're not about to be, going around, killing everybody, or trying to hunt people or ready to, join the military and, it says complete, morally innocent, having integrity. Yeah, and knowing what this man did to you throughout history, or like I said, but you got a new generation where Esau, he's not teaching the children about slavery, so we can't even say too much about how these people, these younger people don't know, what this man did to you, because they don't teach it a lot no more. I think my generation was like one of the last generations where they was teaching about slavery in the schools. So, a lot of these kids, they don't know, these young men, I should say. Genesis 25 and 27, the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So Jacob, they just want to be in the office somewhere. But no, you're going to get your butt on the battlefield, man. It said that all that are joined unto him shall fall by the sword. Isaiah 13 and verse 15, every one that is found shall be thrust through. Thrust through with what? With the sword. Okay, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. You see, so hey, you want to be joined unto this man military? That's not a good idea. Proverbs 21. Proverbs 11. So like it. Proverbs 11 and verse 21, it says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Yeah, so the Lord said, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, man. All right? It don't matter if you befriend them. They still going to get their judgment, and you're going to catch judgment with them, because it said, all they that join unto them shall fall by the sword. So this is just a response, just building on, that video of that Eve. And I'm going to see if I can find this. I can put it at the beginning of this, So Lord, when it's edifying, call me Shalom.